Hey, welcome to PostTV at NAB 2014. I'm Marc Loftus, Senior Editor and Director of Web Content, and I'm here with Assimilate's Steve Bannerman. Steve, welcome.
Marc, hi. Pleasure as always.
Thank you for coming by. You've done this in years past, and we always appreciate catching up.
We always have fun doing this, don't we?
Yeah, we appreciate catching up.
One year when I asked the questions, right?
Yeah, next time you put the hot light on me and I'll answer the questions. So you guys have news. I've known a little bit about it now, but it's a big announcement here at the show, Scratch 8 and a lot of functionality. Maybe we could talk about some of those highlight features there for Scratch 8.
Yeah, we did. We actually announced it before NAB so that we could sort of avoid all the noise. But there's a few things that are really, really special about version 8 of Scratch. So probably the most interesting thing is that we've actually acquired a license from Apple to do ProRes encoding on the Windows version of Scratch. So, we've had the ProRes capability on the Mac for a long time, but you could only play it on Windows.
Right.
And in order to encode ProRes on Windows, you needed to resort to reverse
hardware before or something.
Well, so if you most people in software only would resort to some of the reverse engineered solutions out there, some FFmpeg and stuff like that. And Apple had given some licenses to folks that had hardware, software turnkey solutions, and some folks who were Windows Server based. But we're really pleased that we're the first to get a software only Windows client license to do real live ProRes encoding on Windows. So it's no compromise, no excuses, it's fast, it's perfect, it works great.
And now the features on both the Mac and the PC solutions are
so the Mac
full
and
parity.
Windows versions of Scratch are completely identical now.
Yeah. Another feature that I know you're pretty keen on is the red debayering.
That's right, the GPU only debayering. So Red has issued a new SDK that allows vendors like us to debayer footage in real time at full res up to epic footage without a Red Rocket card, with just using GPUs. So it works really well in the new Mac Pro with the dual AMD GPUs. We're also showing at the Max Digital booth an HP Z820 with dual NVIDIA K6000s. And so with just the GPU now, you can debayer epic footage, Red 1 or MX footage without the Red Rocket card. So that's pretty special too. Yeah.
Nice. You guys, obviously you've had the Scratch player, the free player that you guys are offering, and My Assimilate also is something that's interesting. The fact that you can save, it's using the cloud in a little bit of a different way than some of the other manufacturers are using the cloud for.
That's right. So first of all, Scratch Play has been extremely successful for us. We've had tens of thousands of downloads of Scratch Play. So we're really, really excited about the success of that product. But you're right, when we introduced Scratch 8, we introduced our first foray into the cloud called My Assimilate, which is a collection of cloud-based services that are designed really not to store media in the cloud like most people do, but really to enable collaboration via the cloud. So one of the things that we've noticed in our customers' workforce is that lots of people are becoming freelance today, right? And so they're moving between facilities, or they're sort of being hired by a facility to do a job and then moving on to the next one. And so, we've been working in the past years to make it easier for freelancers to acquire our software with the business models of renting by the day or the week. But that last sort of holy grail thing that you need to get past is to break the barriers of location and proximity, right? Because I don't know, if you live in LA, for instance, you can't really see more than 2 clients in a day. I mean, you just can't.
It's not like Manhattan.
That's right. It's not like Manhattan where you can just sort of, everyone's within a mile radius of each other. But there are lots of folks that want to be able to recruit a VFX artist to work on a shot, and that person happens to be in France or Germany or whatever. And so, you've always struggled with, having everybody in the same room at the same time. And My Assimilate is a collection of services, including, a repository, a web-based version of our Scratch construct or our timeline, so that people can actually work with each other either simultaneously, where multiple people can work on the same shot at the same time, or asynchronously, where you're working on part of a shot and I'm working on part of a shot, and we synchronize through the repository. But it's all just the metadata that's moving
not
around,
the media itself.
Not the media itself. So it's really fast. It only requires an internet connection when you actually want to do things simultaneously, and it's very, very powerful.
There's one other announcement that I'd like to talk about here, kind of a scoop that you were saying that Post may even have with a partnership or your reseller network.
Yeah, so we're bound and determined to remove the final barrier of migrating from 2K workflows to 4K DI workflows. So we're partnering with several distributors and resellers, including folks like Versatile Distribution Services, Max Digital, the Studio B&H, Keycode Media, and Skytech, to deliver scratch-based 4K turnkey systems, complete 4K workflows based on HP Z820s, NVIDIA K6000 graphics, Fusion IO storage.
So it is a turnkey system there.
No compromise turnkey system for the price of 2K systems. So there's no price penalty anymore for 4K. So we've gotten together with all those vendors and put together special pricing so that we've been able to deliver these 4K systems for the price that today you're paying for a 2K system. And that announcement goes out tomorrow morning. So yeah, we're talking about it for the first time.
Very exciting. We appreciate you sharing it. How far down the road before that is actually in place?
It's available now. So if you go to assimilateinc.com, we have a solutions page that's called 4K for the price of 2K, and how to buy is right there, which resellers support it, and it's available now.
Very good. Well, Steve, we appreciate you coming by the Post booth, sharing the news with us, giving us a little bit of a scoop, and have a great NAB.
My pleasure. Always a pleasure.